I'm here with Dr. Earl Okamura. He's a ophthalmologist, and a couple questions, Earl. Vision. We're here at the USDA conference, and we had a couple questions on vision. What kind of hand-eye warm-up exercises do you recommend for vision?
Okay, well, first of all, we want to make sure our eye muscles, there are 6 eye muscles that control eye movement, and so you want to go ahead and just do some very general eye movement loosening techniques. You can get a tennis ball or any object and just go in a circular fashion and just have their eyes go in a circular fashion like this, about arm's length away. And you see, try to keep your head still and use your eyes only, and then rotate it. We do that about 5 times each direction. And then you want to go back and forth, so just have like 2 tennis balls on each side at arm's length, and keep your head still and look at one, and look at the other, look at one, look at the other, look at one, look at the other, and do that about 5 times.
You mentioned about computer games. Is this a muscle in the eyes that can fixate on a fixed object, such as a computer game? Tell us a little bit about the computer games you mentioned.
Okay, so we live in an age where computer vision syndrome is actually becoming a household word now, and it's basically due to the fact that most households have computers, and as much as kids, for example, play computer games hours on end, what happens is the internal muscles, focusing muscles of the eyes, become fixated at a certain distance, which is about 20 inches or so, like that. And so what happens is the eyes the focusing muscles of the eyes become fixed, and so also the directional muscles of the eyes become also fixed. And there's a lot of different syndromes that come along with that, but basically when now you take a person or a teenager who's been playing computers for 2 hours, and now you put them on the tennis court, now they might have some vision difficulties. And so what we want to do now is we want to break that pattern and get them into more of a dynamic visual pattern.
Lastly, you talked about maybe misdiagnosing like an ADD person, or when we see clumsiness, you on the court, which there's a lot of players that have trouble, predicting and intercepting where the ball is going to be. Could this possibly be a vision problem?
Yes, actually, when you take a group of individuals at a certain age, and if you witness one or maybe several of the individuals having extreme or significant difficulties, like you said, clumsiness or totally missing the ball, not stepping the right way and things like that, they could be having vision difficulties, and a lot of times parents overlook this fact that they could be using only one eye, which is very common. And so there are exercises and different ways of evaluating that, but those are factors that we definitely need to address. Also, I might add that many times attention deficit has been misdiagnosed, and many of these individuals may actually have vision problems, which is correctable.
Lastly, what about juggling skills? What other vision warm-up exercises can you recommend?
Okay, it's a good question. Juggling is absolutely a great hand-eye coordination as well as dynamic visual exercise, and if they can juggle, that'd be great. If you can do it standing, that's a great gift. Also a great learning tool and exercise tool. You can actually modify that by juggling and moving. That's also a good thing. You don't have to have a lot of skill to juggle. Sometimes just using 2 balls and walking at the same time and alternating juggling with 2 balls is a great skill to learn.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.